Well, good evening, everybody. I'm Rick Dancer, and welcome to my suite, my little sweet suite at the Gordon Hotel in downtown Eugene. Right now, here's the traffic, 5 o'clock rush hour. Oh, that looks dangerous out there, doesn't it? It's so funny to say rush hour in Eugene. Anyway, I'm not staying here. Don't all start thinking that I'm just made of money. But the Gordon Hotel was kind enough. I'm doing a documentary on Gordon Ross and a longtime businessman in our community. And so Gordon Hotel is gracious enough to let me use this room for my work, for doing interviews. We've done about 6 different interviews today, but Kim Stark is going to join us, and I'm going to take me out of here. So how you doing, Kim?
I'm doing good. How are you? That's
I'm
a nice
doing
room.
well. So it's kind of fun to be in the same town. I mean, you're on one side of town, I'm on the other. We've got it all
I
covered here.
know. We tried to be in the same spot, but with soccer and it's too hard with football and soccer.
It's just too difficult with soccer going on. So tonight is our Elements of Health Club show. So Elements Health Club has 3 health clubs here in Eugene, Springfield, one at Gateway, or I should say Pheasant, but it is Gateway, one at Oakway, and one at West Eugene. And we have all kinds of classes and swimming. And the thing I love about them the most is they've got tons of programs for kids. They're starting to really try to get kids in there, which I think is smart because that they should learn when they're kids to start being gym members. I mean, you want them to learn young where it becomes, it's a habit. And if you don't start the habit early, you're not going to make it a habit.
Yeah. And they have so much fun at that age too. So it's nice. You don't have to beg them to go to the gym. That's for sure.
So Elements gives away each week. Kim comes up with these crazy questions. And if you get it right, the first one that gets the question right, you will get a 1-month free membership at any one of the 3 Elements Health Clubs. And that is, if you're a current member, they'll just not charge you for 1 month. And if you are not a current member, you'll get a membership to try it out, which I think is cool of Brian to do that, because a lot of times it's just for non-members, you know?
Right. This way everybody gets something. And I know our last winner was so excited because she has a wedding coming up. So she's like, I'm on it. I'm going. It was really perfect. So so you guys get a free membership and all you have to do is answer our question. And I won't make it too tricky.
Okay. So what's the question?
Okay. So our question tonight, I'll try to put on here too, is at what age does bone density begin to diminish in men and women? And we're talking about seniors and fitness tonight and just the importance of staying fit and healthy. And that mostly is due to bone mass, not totally. And so at what age does that start to diminish?
Okay. So that's the question. What age does bone mass start to diminish in men and women? So that's the question. So Kim, you know what I thought I'd do? I think I can pull me out of here and I'm going to take you. So this room has some history to it. Okay. So I'm going to try something different and I'm going to see if I can pull me out of here. Whoops, I didn't. Oh, there's me. Okay. So which one's me?
You pulled me out of here. I think you can do it. Let's see. Oh, you got muted though. See if he has. We can see you. We just can't hear you.
Now you can hear me.
Now we can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. So this is called the CB Mims room. It's called the Sanctuary. And CB and Annie Mims moved to Eugene in 1946. At that time, African Americans were prohibited from living in the city of Eugene. And the couple and their son lived with other Black families on county property near the Ferry Street Bridge until the Ferry Street Bridge was built. And then they had to move into this hotel, the Osborne, Hotel Osborne. And in 1948, a Black person could not own property in Eugene. Isn't that terrible?
Wow.
So now this is here to honor him. And this is where they lived.
Oh,
you recognize that house?
Yes.
So let me take you on a little tour. And we'll see if this stops echoing because I'll be out of the room. Is that better?
Yes, no echo. That's
Can you hear me better?
Does each room have kind of a theme then? So that was dedicated to him.
There's some special, there's a Bill Bowerman room here that people can use, and the
Okay.
Pendleton room. So those are rooms for conferences and stuff like that. Um, and then this is all this artwork in here is by
Oh, that's so
Brian
pretty.
Obie owns this place. And this art is done by family members, because it says that some of the art is, but it is done
Yeah.
by actual family members. Now check this out, Kim.
Oh, wow. Look at
This
that.
is,
I'm interested if any of you viewers have stayed there. I have not stayed there, but that's really nice inside.
there's also the Ed Ragazzino room.
Oh, okay.
And then they have the gym next door. So I'm going to take you out here. I'll show you. So this
Speaking
is
of
always
gym.
kind of weird. So there's have you been to the tavern in here?
Yes, we have been there. I have not seen
Okay.
the inside of the hotel.
So this is like the first time I've never seen it packed, but here you go. Look,
Not yet.
it's still early. And then
Yes.
there's your lobby staff.
It's so pretty.
It's and look at can you see their chandelier?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Gorgeous.
It's glass jars, like regular canning jars, right up here.
Yeah, right. I forgot
with light bulbs in it. And
Yes,
then you've
I love
got, then it steps out in the summertime. You can actually take this thing and, well, they do it right now. Oh my God, it must be summer. But okay, God, this is kind of fun. Are you having fun? I'm liking my
I
little,
like to see this.
I
You're
wanna be a
actually on the
tour.
move tonight.
So this is the alley, people. If you haven't been here, that's the alley behind me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the other night I was out here and it was like packed with
Oh yeah.
people, and they had live music and stuff. But yeah, so this is Eugene's new premier hotel, and Brian and Catherine works here, manages the place, and they were kind enough to let me use it to do all my work today. And yes,
Oh, how nice.
isn't that awesome?
That's so cool. Are you doing interviews there too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I did all the interviews and in that little room, and I've done it before at other times. So, but anyway, yeah, you guys should check this out. Come down, and they just opened. Gosh, I should know the name. There's a new place on the rooftop, and they serve tacos, and everybody says it's really good. But that's
Is it
just
Taco Bora? I don't want to get it wrong.
No, it's new.
Okay.
And if people look it up, somebody can look it up for us.
Yeah.
And they can figure that out. So I'm going to get off of this one because it's going to squeal. Let's go like
that
this.
was a nice tour, though. We had a nice tour. now he's going to be back in his nice room.
Now I'm safe again. So I'll put my phone over there. So again, you guys, we have a question. Yes. And if you answer this correctly, people are already on here. Wow.
Oh, wow. Okay. I see an answer.
Wow, 50. I was a paramedic, so mine started from stress.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, seriously? Here's another 50. Thank you for the history. I'm going. Awesome. At what age? Oh, Kim got the question. So that's our question.
Sorry, I didn't see the comments while he was walking around, so I missed your guys's.
So you guys, if
you guys are close. Nobody has guessed it yet. So
whoever gets closest then is going to get a membership to Elements, one of the 3 Elements Health Clubs for a month. And that's if you're a current member or you're a new member as well. So we're going to have a guest on to talk about bone mass and bone health. And Bill London's going to be here. So tomorrow night, I just want to let people know what we're doing. We're going to go back, the Bryson family. Michael Bryson's been missing for, over a year, way over a year, almost 2 years, I think. And so they're going to come on, and there's some new developments. They're going to talk about that tomorrow. I think we're also going to have the folks with Greater Idaho, the Greater Idaho movement. Folks that want to get out of Oregon because they're tired of not having a voice. I think they're coming on. And then Darren Harbeck is a candidate for the U.S. Senate from McKenzie River area. And he is going to also join us tomorrow night as well. Kim, we got a 35, somebody's guessing.
Okay.
And so tonight, we're going to start off with Bill London's news, because I'm guessing everybody in the country has heard that there's some information was leaked today from the Supreme Court or someone, but it came from the Supreme Court as possibly going to overturn Roe versus Wade. And so that's getting, I'm sure every news channel in the country is talking about this right now. And Bill's going to talk about that. One of the questions I just wanted to pose out there to people is, especially after COVID, and I know everybody's going to see this different, so don't come on here and just start screaming about it. But it's interesting to me, Kim, that now you're putting this choice up there. So we're pro-choice. So during the pandemic, people were saying, well, it's my body, my choice. And if I don't want to have a vaccine, you can't mandate it. And so they were standing behind that. Well, now are those same people going to stand behind my body, my choice when it comes to women's right to have an abortion? And on the flip side, what about those people who support abortion and did not support my body, my choice for a mandate? And they say, well, it's different. Well, consistency is really important. One of my favorite senators in Oregon was Senator Mark Hatfield, and he was pro-life, anti-death. He was anti-killing. He was anti-war, but he was consistent. So he's not only anti-abortion, he was anti-capital punishment, anti-war, because all those things kill people. So he was consistent. So I wonder how consistent we're going to be, or if it's just for the moment when we need it. You know what I mean? When it works in our favor, when it's, I shouldn't have to have a mandate, so I'm pro-choice, or when I want to talk about abortion. And you people can say it's not the same thing, but consistency matters. And so it could be a way that people could have to really kind of think about what they're doing and what they're saying and how they're standing up for it or not. So anyway, you keep watching the numbers. Let's get Bill on here, and then we'll get to Cynthia and talk a little bit about bone mass. So here's Bill London.
Good evening from the News Radio, 1120 AM and 93.7 FM, KPNW studios. I'm Bill London, host of the Wake Up Call on KPNW, 6 a.m. to 9, Monday through Fridays, which, by the way, you can catch on the stream at kpnw.com and click on the Listen Now button. It's like magic. It's magic. All right, here's a look at the stories we're following. Well, if a draft opinion holds, the Supreme Court appears to be on the edge or verge of striking down the landmark Roe v. Wade decision. Now, that is according to an initial draft majority opinion written by Justice Samuel Alito, circulated inside the court and leaked to the online news site Politico. The draft opinion is quoted as in the article as saying Roe was egregiously wrong from the start. It also states in the draft, quote, "It is time to heed the Constitution and return the issue of abortion to the people's elected representatives." That said, opinions change, and legal scholars say that drafts go through numerous revisions and votes do change. The court decision will not be final until it's actually published, which is expected to happen at the end of June or in early July. Now, as unprecedented as this, if you will, leak was of this draft opinion, in another unprecedented move, the court today, in a press release, stressed that the draft opinion, which was a first draft written in February, where it looked as though that a majority of the court appeared on the verge of overturning Roe v. Wade, is not a final decision by the court. Chief Justice John Roberts indicated that he has directed the court's marshal to launch an investigation into the leak. In a brief statement issued in response to the leak of the draft, Roberts emphasized that the people who work at the court would not undermine the integrity of the court's operations. And he said that the court has an exemplary and important tradition of respecting the confidentiality of the court's process and upholding the trust of the court. The leak, Roberts concluded, was a singular and egregious breach of trust. And the reactions to the leak came swiftly from all sides. Mississippi Attorney General Lynn Finch, who urged the court to overturn abortion rights in the Dobbs case, which involves Mississippi's 15-week abortion ban, indicated only that she would let the Supreme Court speak for itself and await the court's official decision in that case. The Center for Reproductive Rights, which represents the abortion providers challenging the Mississippi law, stressed that if Roe and Casey are overturned, it would be an unjustified, unprecedented stripping away of a guaranteed right that has been in place for 5 decades. So would a decision to overturn Roe v. Wade make a difference in Oregon? Nope. Oregon codified its own version of Roe v. Wade protections with the Reproductive Health Equity Act of 2017. That law expanded reproductive health coverage to cover people regardless of their immigration status or whether they were even residents of the state. It also required Oregon private health insurance plans to cover abortions with no out-of-pocket costs. And in the last legislative session, a bill passed that would fund abortions and lodging for people from out of state who come to Oregon to get an abortion. So, if Roe v. Wade is overturned, Oregon would still have its own laws allowing abortions. A proclamation that would declare June LGBTQ plus Pride Month in Lebanon has been rejected after Mayor Paul Aziz refused to sign it. Aziz said he believes the proclamation would divide the community even more, saying there are more people in our conservative town that would be upset by this, and it would be negative. Aziz said he found the proclamation to be activist written and too highly promoting one group of people over another. He said, "We don't do that with any other group." Lebanon City Manager Nancy Brewer drafted up a revised proclamation that Aziz was willing to sign. There was no mention of the LGBTQ community, and it swapped language to say all people instead of LGBTQ. However, supporters of that measure are now rejecting it, saying that the message now is lost. That same group is planning a June 18th Pride event and parade in Lebanon. Well, a group of Oregonians who don't want politicians drawing Oregon's electoral maps are giving up on their attempts to reach the ballot this year to change that. Petitioners sought to amend the Oregon Constitution to create an independent redistricting commission that would draw new legislative and congressional districts beginning in 2023. Well, before voters can indicate whether they would support that, an initiative needs a ballot title. And the Oregon Supreme Court ruled that Attorney General Ellen Rosenblum needs to go back to her drawing board and rewrite the one that she drafted last year, which will take at least a month and leave almost no time to collect signatures for this November's ballot. Instead, supporters, including former Secretary of State Phil Kiesling, the League of Women Voters, the NAACP, and the Oregon Farm Bureau, say they'll start their process anew for the November 2024 ballot. In a 24-page ruling, the state Supreme Court Justice Roger D. Hogue concluded that Rosenblum has to rewrite both the 15-word caption and the 125-word summary to clearly convey that the initiative would repeal and replace electoral maps that the legislature adopted last year. Most Western states already have independent commissions, but in Oregon, the legislature divides the state up as to how they want it for voting districts, and the governor then approves or vetoes. Well, last year, that meant that Democrats crafted maps that nonpartisan groups that tracked redistricting say disproportionately benefit Democrats. This after then Speaker of the House Tina Kotek abruptly broke a deal that was made with Republicans that would have given them equal say. Now, the proposed initiative would create an independent redistricting commission of 12 people, 4 Democrats, 4 Republicans, and 4 people with no ties to either major party. Elected officials, lobbyists, campaign staff, and the like, or their families would not be eligible to serve on that particular board. And finally, Oregon's digital proof of vaccination card, aka a vaccine passport, is here 2 months behind schedule. The initiative that cost $2.5 million was quietly launched last week. The card, which for now is voluntary, works with a QR code available in 13 languages that can be scanned into a phone. If you want it, you can go to myelectronicvaccinecard.oregon.gov to fill out an electronic form that then allows you to download the relevant card on whatever device that you particularly choose. The rollout of the card was initially planned for earlier in the year, but was paused, quote, after community partners raised concerns about the word verify in the name of the program because they worried it would deter people from using it. That, according to Erica Hartquist, a spokesperson for the Oregon Health Authority. Health officials keep trying to stress that the program is currently optional and voluntary, and the program was ultimately rebranded My Electronic Vaccine Card, kind of like My First Record Player. New York, California, and Washington all have digital vaccine verification apps in place and have had for a number of months now. All right, that said, that's a look at the news, and time to roll out Rick, so Rick can get real. Get real, Rick.
Okay, Bill, thank you for all that tonight. Yeah, I think I'll pass on the card. I don't trust my friends that way. So we're having a little bit of possible audio problems with Cynthia's mic, but we're working on it, and she's working on it. Cynthia, your mic is turned off right now, so you'll need to turn it on. I can see the little tattletale things telling me that it's turned off. So
it's tattling on you.
Well, it does. It has a little microphone that comes up and says line through it. Like, okay, not
we
on.
know. We know what you're doing. So, Rick, we had a few that were close, and now I couldn't catch the name, so I may have to go back through the comments. Someone guessed 35, which was the closest, and then Nicole guessed 40. So either one of those can be our winner. I can go back and check the comments, but it's basically from about age 30. So I want to make sure we give it to the correct winner. So if you guys know, come on and say, hey, that was me. I said 35.
It's Gloria Graven.
Gloria. Okay. Yeah, that was right.
And actually, Gloria was, and then Grace Dean was 45, but Gloria Graven. So you're the winner, Gloria. If you are not from the area and don't want to use it, let us know and we'll give it to someone else. But if you are, let Kim will contact Sarah and the folks at Elements, and we'll get you in there. You'll get yourself a free membership for a month. And if you're already a member, which you should be, because I mean, who's not? I'll tell you what, when I came back home from, we're, obviously back from Montana. The first thing I went into was their pool. I haven't swam laps since I left, and it was so nice. Oh,
so nice. I know you miss that pool. I know you do.
I know. Okay, Kim, I'm going to let you take it away. I'm going to bring Cynthia on, and we're going to see if this is going to work. The mic still
okay, we'll give it a go here. Okay, Cynthia, we'll try to see if we can hear you. Your little mic line is still off, but I know she's trying from her phone tonight. So
Cynthia,
joining us from the gym, from Elements, and she's going to talk to us. She's an instructor, so we'll see if we can get her.
There you are. Can you hear us, Cynthia?
Oh, she's frozen.
Yeah, her mic is not working.
Oh,
there. Unmute the mic. Now, can you hear me, Cynthia? No, she has to do it.
Oh,
well,
yeah, because she had it. Well, I know, and I know she had issues in the beginning too. Oh, bummer.
I'm going to let you talk about it, Kim, and I'm going to go try to figure out if I can get her on here. Okay.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah. So we're trying to get Cynthia to talk. She's an instructor, a yoga instructor at, she usually teaches at the Oakway location of Elements, but she also teaches in Springfield. And I got a hold of her today. I wanted to talk about how important it is to, maintain fitness as you age. And I came across an article that talked about how for some reason there aren't as many options as there should be for the older population. And I'm talking 50s, 60s, 70s and beyond. There aren't as many opportunities and that's the population that really could definitely use some form of exercise and some way to just really get involved and engaged and excited about exercise. So Cynthia teaches yoga, and there are quite a few members, especially at the Oakway location, who are of the older population that really enjoy that camaraderie, and they have a really close-knit group. But she and I were discussing on the phone, how was that created and how can we get that to actually be something that's at other locations? So if you guys are out there and you are struggling and thinking, okay, I really want to get into a routine. It's been a long time since I've done this, or I'm, 60, 70, 80 years old and I don't feel comfortable going in there. We want to hear from you guys what would make it more comfortable for you, or just what are some of your, problems of getting in there. I know a lot of people have injuries. Obviously, that's a big reason, but what could get you motivated? And also I read that they are trying to increase more online opportunities for the population that is kind of sometimes left behind. So there are a couple of groups out there who are promoting online opportunities and virtual classes as well. How can we get that population more involved? Oh, Cynthia, are you hearing us now? Or can we hear you is the question. Yay.
Yes, can you hear me? Okay, good. All right.
Yay.
Okay, your question was, how can we that population? I heard the last part.
Yeah, how can we kind of get them more motivated? Because you and I were talking about how at Oakway they have that population, they have that close-knit group. What can we do to encourage people who are maybe in their 60s, 70s, 80s and beyond to get in there? Oh no, did I lose you again? All this live TV stuff. Oh, Gloria's already a member. Okay, Gloria, so you'll get a free month.
Wait, well, Cynthia, let me see if I can get her on here.
Okay. Gosh, I heard her for a second. It's such a
Probably
bummer.
has not great Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I know. It's such a bummer. And I think too, she had to go to her phone and then it was cutting out. But
So
we were talking about, yeah.
she's saying that it's the hard part is just getting people into the gym and making it so they can get in there and do that.
Well, and she's saying there's a really close-knit community at the Oakway Club, especially, and we don't know why that is. It's been that way for so long now, but we want to see why that is, what makes that happen, and how we can get that to be at other clubs too, because there are so many, especially with water aerobics, those kind of classes, they really find their niche and then they have their group. But we need to get it, we need to expand it. We need to have more people because our population of that generation is so diverse. And there are so many people who are, we start to lose bone mass. We just talked about starting at the age of 30.
So does exercise help you? I don't know. I'm asking you because you've done the research on this. Does exercise help you retain your bone mass?
Yes, exercise will help staying fit, and also you're staying fit in general, staying low weight. But your bones begin to diminish the density and begins to diminish. And then of course we have issues like osteoporosis as we get older. That's not as common in your 30s and 40s, but when you are preventative, then when you get into that age where osteoporosis is more common, then you've already been preventative. Yeah.
So the exercise is what helps you prevent it. The problem is getting people in that age group in there to do that preventative work. So
finding what works. They just the opportunities. And I know that they do offer a lot of options at Elements, Rick, which is nice about their clubs, is that they do have that variety for people to find something that works for them. So Cynthia teaches yoga, but there are a lot of other classes that they offer.
Because anything, I think sometimes people think, well, if I'm going to exercise, I got to go in and just burn off 4,000 calories or something.
Exactly.
That's not always exercise. Walking, getting on a treadmill, walking, movement.
We're still building that muscle mass. Swimming. I mean, swimming is huge.
Especially for people that are getting older.
If you have injuries, walking, even just walking the lap lanes at the pool, I see a lot of people doing that, and that's going to be something that's not going to injure you as well. But yeah, and so yoga, stretching. Are you familiar with the groups that they used to have where they would come in with the chairs and do a lot of that senior silver sneakers stuff? Okay. Yeah. So that's also super popular. Yeah. So, and they offer that at Elements as well.
So if that starts when you're 25 and 30, we need to be, we're probably, you and I, well, especially me, I'm kind of in the danger zone.
I was shocked that it starts in your 30s. When I read that today, that it begins to diminish in your 30s, that was shocking. So I know it's not like you're going to start, being really at risk until your 40s, 50s, and so on. But why not start working on it? 42 and work out 5 days a week, work out about 45 to 60 minutes. Right. And working out too is, like Rick was saying, walking. It's not just lifting weights, but lifting weights is important too. Having that resistance training is important.
Right. I think I was reading an article and it was saying that if you walked 10 miles, you'd burn off about the same calories as if you run. It just takes you longer to do it.
Right.
So, and I think sometimes we think, God, I got to get out there. I'm really bad at that. I have to hammer it to really get.
And you want to be drenched with sweat, and
it doesn't always necessarily work that way.
We don't have to kill ourselves, right?
Tim, thank you. Cynthia, I'm sorry we couldn't get you on there. I don't know what.
We'll try her again. We'll grab her again. Yeah,
we'll get her again sometimes. And Gloria, you are still the winner. Oh, you have osteoporosis. You take classes and Zumba. Oh, here, I can put it up so people can.
Zumba. I forgot Zumba. Yes. Strength classes.
Want you to take doctors just want you to take medication, but
right.
Gloria knows how to do that on her own. So Gloria, here's the thing. You do win. Even though you're a member, that's perfect. You get a month free. They won't charge you for a month of your membership. And
yay.
Awesome. All right, Kimmy, I will see you on Thursday. And you already have a plan for Thursday. What is it?
I know. Well, because Thursday's Cinco de Mayo. So we've got Cinco de Mayo stuff going on this weekend and Mother's Day on Sunday. So we'll have a couple of events to talk about on Thursday.
People need to look up that taco bar because I bet it's going to be
Yes.
packed. But if it's on the roof and it's going to be nice this week, I think.
Yes. I think that would be, it's going to be decent, right? So we'll
I
check it
think.
out.
Did you hear tomorrow? I think it's supposed to be 70 here.
Tomorrow's supposed to be really nice. Tomorrow's the nice day. Is it open tomorrow?
What? The taco
Is
bar?
the taco, yeah.
I don't know, but no, it's not because I'm going to be there. So it's not gonna, I think it's going to be
Okay.
closed. I'm not kidding.
Okay.
I don't want anybody else to go
Which
there.
is there, so don't go.
All right, Kim. See you later, man.
Bye, guys.
All right, you guys. So that's it for this show. Again, we want to thank the Gordon Hotel for letting us use this facility for a couple of days, and I just kind of let it go a little longer so I could do a little promotion for them. If you haven't been in here, you should come in and just walk around. Try the tavern downstairs. Really cool place. Just a fun vibe about it, and look around, and then check out the alley as well because this is getting to be the place where Eugene hangs out. So it's good. It is good. All right. So we will see you tomorrow night with more. And again, we're going to want to thank our sponsors tonight, Elements Health Club, Chris Dental, Family Dentistry, and also Mercury Metal is a sponsor for us. And Mercury Metal does some really cool stuff. And they can take, if you have a metal part that's missing, you can take that in there. They can refabricate that and create that for you. So like you're working on an old car or you have parts in the house or something that's not measuring up and it's metal, they can do that kind of thing for you. It's very cool what they do. And we love having them as a sponsor. Of course, Chris Dental, Family Dentistry. I posted something the other day. My dentist, we come back here, we go to the dentist. That's who we go to. And Elements Health Club. I'm in there again because I'm part of the family. And Kathy and I have been enjoying the heck out of being back home at the gym that we're so used to. And I'll tell you what, they got a lot of new people in there and just great classes and great atmosphere for people. If you're looking for a place that it's not like all about the beautiful people, but about people who really are serious about working out. Elements Health Clubs, 3 locations in Lane County, over by Game Farm Road, Pheasant Boulevard over there on that Gateway area. Elements in Oakway, and also Elements at West 11th, way out there for all you folks out in Churchill and Bonita. All right, we will talk to you tomorrow. Have a good night. And remember, I think you should ask yourself that question. How pro-choice am I? Is it only when it fits my needs, or am I truly a pro-choice person? Because consistency is everything. Good night.